Hi, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm your AZ Realty lady, and I was out with a buyer earlier today and they asked me two questions. So I want to answer those for you today on my video. First question was, where are all of the homes that are under 500,000? Second question was, is it always so windy here? It's been a little crazy this spring. It has been a bit windy. So that's why my hair looks like this. But the bigger question and the more important question is, are there homes under 500,000 still available in the Phoenix and surrounding areas? And the answer is yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to highlight those for you today in my videos. So let's get after it right now. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm your AZ Realty lady. I'm a Valley native to the Phoenix area and a real estate agent of over 20 years right here in the Valley. I help people that look to relocate to or within the Phoenix and surrounding areas. So if you're looking to move here, you need to buy a home or you have a home here to sell, please call me or text me. It is the best way to reach me. All right, so homes under 500, they do still exist. So I'm going to highlight for you a couple different areas of the Valley. We're going to start on the West Valley and then move our way east. And I want to show you what some of those homes look like and what areas these homes are in. So let's go ahead and highlight these areas for you. I'm going to jump in front of the map and kind of show you the different areas and some pictures of the homes so that you can get a good feel for what's out there. All right. Hey, welcome to my computer. So exciting. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just show you on a map the city of Phoenix, really, and all the suburbs. And really to get from the far West Valley to the far East Valley, it's about an hour and a half drive across the valley. If you're trying to drive it in, traffic times in the morning from 7 to 8 a.m., or in the evenings between 4:30 and 6 p.m., then you might want to add a little bit more time to that. But I just want to give you an idea when I share my screen that the valley is pretty large, and these are different sections that we're going to show you where you can actually get a home that is under 500,000. So this would be the city center right here where downtown Phoenix is. And for the purposes of our video today, we're going to go as far east and south as Santan Valley, Queen Creek area, and then go as far west all the way to Buckeye and North Surprise. And then we also have North Phoenix and all these areas up here, Cave Creek, North Phoenix. The homes under 500,000 are primarily going to be in these outskirt type areas. So your suburbs. Okay, so the closer in that you are to Scottsdale and the city of Phoenix, and then you get into some of the more luxury areas like Fountain Hills and Cave Creek, those are going to be a little pricier for you. So you're really going to find that you're under 500 is going to be in some of these suburb areas. So if we start really far west, Buckeye, which with traffic, it's going to take you probably an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 15 minutes to get to the downtown Phoenix area. Without traffic, probably take you about 45-50 minutes to get to the downtown Phoenix area. So in Buckeye, you do have several different subdivisions. Most homes are going to be built mid 90s, early 2000s, and then there's even new construction. So right now there are several options under 500. You're going to be able to find the majority of your options in the Buckeye and Goodyear area. Also Litchfield Park or some other options in the West Valleys. So you're really going to have more options the further west that you go. So in Buckeye, if you wanted to get something that was maybe 12 or 1300 square feet, that'll put you in that 350 range. And then we have options kind of mid 400 range. I'll put some on the screen for you. And then also going up to 500,000. Then you'll get into more of a community like Verrado, which some of my videos are on. Now, Verrado is a master plan community that has tons of hiking trails. They have a little market. And there is a home that recently sold in Verrado that's on about a 3,000 square foot lot. It's in the market side area, which is really close to that little market. And the city, kind of the little city center area where they have the fitness area, the community lawn, the Verado stairs, which you can go climb and hike up a mountain. So that home is just a few years old and it's in that area and it still puts you under the 500 range. But I do have another option here that I want to show you for something a little bit smaller that kind of keeps you in that 335 range, 350 range. And that's going to be the Goodyear area. Now, again, all of these areas in the West Valley, you can get in that 350 to 500 range, but it's going to depend on how big you want, if you want a pool, but there are definitely some options for that too. So in the West Valley, all this area here is considered the West Valley. So you have your downtown Phoenix area, which is right here off the 51-202, kind of in this area. And then everything that's west of the I-17 here is considered the West Valley. You're going to find the majority of your availability under 500 being out in the further west that you go. So Buckeye, Goodyear, Litchfield Park, Avondale. You do have some areas, Tolleson and Levine, that are right on the kind of the base of the South Mountain along the I-10. That's pretty much just straight south of downtown Phoenix and then just a little bit west. So that's going to be, this area here. And then as you go north here to Surprise also has quite a few options. Now you can get things in the West Valley in between the 350 range up to, the $500,000 range. It just depends on the size that you're looking for, but we're going to highlight a couple options for you so that you can kind of get a feel for what's out there. Now, remember, we do have resale homes. The majority of these are going to be in the West Valley, are going to be kind of in that early 2000s. Some might be the late 90s, but early to mid 2000s. And then there's new construction. So there are still new construction homes in a lot of these areas. In Surprise, you have Desert Oasis. You also have Litchfield Park, which is the Landings, which I believe is out at Canyon Trails. Yeah, I think I have the right subdivision there. There's so many, so I get them all confused. But in Buckeye, you also have a lot of different subdivisions right now too that are still available under the 500,000 range. So if you're looking for new construction, please reach out to me, call me or text me, because your real estate agent does need to be with you on your first visit to any property that's new construction or even a resale, open house, any of that. Your realtor in Arizona does need to be with you. So the sellers and the builders are typically the ones that pay the real estate brokers, but we do have to be with you when you're looking at your property. So just make sure you call me and text me, even if you're just coming out to visit and want to see what's out there before your move. Just reach out and I'll certainly set up some things for you. And it also takes the legwork out of it for you as well, because I'll do the research for what you're looking for and set up a search that will help you find exactly what you're looking for and in the right area. I do this just about 4 to 5 times a week for people that reach out to me off of YouTube. So I'd be happy to help you as well. So again, West Valley, the further west you go, the more availability. So in the last 30 days, if I pull up the closed sales for the last 30 days in Goodyear, Litchfield Park, and Buckeye, there was 311 homes that sold under 500,000. So they still do exist. So West Valley, you definitely have some options there with Surprise, with Avondale, with a couple in Goodyear. You're not going to get as many options in Goodyear. And like, for example, at 500,000 in Palm Valley, you're going to be looking at like a 1,200 to 1,400 square foot home with a pool. But if you go further west to Buckeye, you could get a lot larger home for 500,000. You might be at a 2,400 square foot, maybe even a 3,000 square foot home for that same price. So just to kind of put it in perspective for you, there are homes that under 500, they just range in size depending on what location you're in. Also, if you go south of the I-10, you can tend to get a little bit more for your money as well. When you get into Estrella Mountain Ranch, which is going to be this area here, this is kind of one of those luxury type resort communities. So there's still some homes under 500, but there's very few, much like Verrado. These are master plan communities with a lot of amenities. So there's definitely fewer homes under 500, but they still do exist. All right, so let's mosey our way over here to the North Valley. So when we were talking about North Phoenix, it sits right next to the Scottsdale area. So it tends to kind of climb a little higher, the closer that you get to Scottsdale. So once you cross over the I-17 and you get closer to the 51, which is this freeway here, Scottsdale is just a couple miles to the east. And all of this is Scottsdale, and then Scottsdale stretches all the way down the Loop 101. So, and then you have Paradise Valley that gets kind of between the 51 and the 101. So all of this area here is pretty much untouchable. Paradise Valley, Scottsdale, very difficult to find anything under $1 million in Paradise Valley. It's really, really difficult. So in Scottsdale, South Scottsdale, there may be a couple options under 500,000. But in North Phoenix, you can still find some under 500, probably going to be around the 7th Avenue and Bell area, which is going to be up here off the 101. There's a couple right next to the Scottsdale area near like 40th Street and Greenway. Zip codes there are 85032. And then if we were to pull some homes here in the Central Phoenix area, you would still find some under the 500,000 range as well, but your year built on those homes are going to be quite a bit older. So that's kind of the North Valley. Now, if you were to head far north and go up into Anthem, there's going to be a couple options under 500,000, but you're definitely not going to find a whole lot. That's another master plan community up there in North Phoenix, Anthem. So if we go down the 101 and we come over here to the East Valley, so Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler, you're going to find the majority of the listings under 500. You would find those in the Mesa area. There's going to be a few in the Gilbert and Chandler locations, but not as many as what you'll find in Mesa over here. Ahwatukee is an area that you won't see as its own city, but people call it Ahwatukee just like it's its own city, but it's more of a town. So that is here on the south side of the South Mountain mountains here, the South Mountain. And if you were to look at homes right here along this 202 and west of the I-10, all of this is Ahwatukee, all the way to here. And this 202 is actually a newer connection from the I-10 here in the West Valley to the I-10 that heads out to Tucson and to Maricopa. So you can still find a couple homes under 500,000 in the Ahwatukee area. They're definitely going to be more of a smaller 3-bedroom, 2-bath type floor plan. That's going to be pretty much the same of what you're going to find in Chandler and Gilbert as well. So in that 400 to 500 range, if I pull everything available in Gilbert and Chandler, there'd be under 20 homes available for under 500. So just something to keep in mind. There's not a whole lot available, but there is definitely some options still. And then you will have a lot more to choose from if you were looking in Mesa. Now, another area that I want to show you is going to be Maricopa. So Maricopa is south. It's considered Southeast Valley, even though truly your Southeast Valley is Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. But Maricopa is its own city, but it's not in Maricopa County. It's actually in Pinal County. So Maricopa has a lot of options under 500,000, resale market and new construction. So if you are interested in taking a look at homes in that area, of course, just call me or text me. And again, I do need to be with you on your first visit to the new construction. So I'd be happy to get that all set up for you. So if we were to go a little bit further east here and go into Queen Creek and Santan Valley, we're going to have a little bit more options than what we would have in Gilbert for under 500,000. Okay, so we have Queen Creek and Santan Valley. So this is the Southeast Valley. These are also really pretty areas. when Gilbert became a little bit, higher in price, a lot of people are kind of moving a little further south and a little further east. And so Santan Valley is a location where you can still get some homes for under 500,000. Now it does take you, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to get to that downtown Phoenix area in traffic. So it's certainly something to consider and to think about. But if you work from home, who cares how long it takes to get to downtown Phoenix or the airport? So it's just, whatever commute works for you, you have to find the location that's in your price point that works for you. So again, let me know if you have any questions about any of these areas. I'm more than happy to help. And again, I'm a Valley native. I've been selling real estate here for over 20 years. So if there's anything you want to know about any of these specific areas or price points, just let me know. I'm happy to help, and call me or text me. It's the best way to reach me, of course. And there's new construction in the majority of these areas. So if that's something that interests you, let me know on that as well. Thanks again for watching my video. Remember, subscribe to the channel and click the bell. You'll be notified when I put up new videos. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, and call me or text me if there's anything that I can do to help you with your relocation to or within the Phoenix and surrounding areas. Till next time, take care.